headwater streams on the Allegheny River and the First Fork and Pine Creek. We have little meters that we stick right in the stream, and we test some of the things that they were looking for there. The TDS are total dissolved solids. Those are salts, and they show up if there's a spill of residual waste or some kind of spill from a well site. We also test for conductivity, pH, and we take the temperature. And we're recording this, and we're actually working on how this is going to work statewide. This is a new program. Bob Volkmar in the front row here wrote the book on how to do it, and so we're very fortunate to have his expertise at our chapter and the state to get this program going. We've also had a grant from the Heinz Foundation that came through National TU that hired a full-time Marcellus Shale coordinator for trout unlimited in the state of Pennsylvania. So I guess the reaction has been that we can't stand by and expect the state to take care of what problems we may have. But we have to be vigilant as our citizen groups and do what we can to protect ourselves. Not that what's happened in Wyoming and Texas is definitely going to happen, hopefully not. Some of the things that have happened since this movie was made, there was I think DEP Secretary Hanger wasn't shown in a very good light, and maybe rightfully so at that point, but since that time, he, I believe it was 3 weeks ago, issued a press release where the people in Dimmock are now getting a water supply. I think it's 35 families, and being funded by PennVest, which is a Pennsylvania, I believe, company in Pennsylvania that they draw the money from to invest in water supplies. And DEP is making sure that's going to the people in Dimmock, and they're suing Cabot Oil and Gas to pay for it because they still don't feel they have any reason to have to take care of that problem that they caused. And that the DEP has definitely said that's where the problem came from. So I think Secretary Hanger has changed his opinion actually since the movie was made. And as far as the frack law, that's still going on in Congress. EPA, actually I saw it in the Bradford paper today. Stuff is happening so fast I can't even keep up with it. So I brought it with me. EPA issues subpoena to Halliburton on gas drilling. Halliburton has refused so far to release their proprietary information that the EPA would like to have so they can study the effects of fracking. And there's various reasons. They have lawyers who say they don't need to do that, but hasn't been a whole lot of cooperation from them. Several of the other companies have cooperated, and that information has been released. As you were told in the movie, and it still stands that New York State still has a moratorium on any Marcellus shale drilling. So there's still people that I've talked to in New York just sort of waiting to see what happens in Pennsylvania. If things go okay, maybe it'll happen up there, or maybe it won't. So we'll see what happens there. Bob, what did I forget?
That covers it all.
Okay. I think that's all I really have to say. Our group is small and we're working hard. I have the gas task force meeting last night. It was brought up what could happen in Potter County as far as citizen monitoring, and actually Secretary Hanger of DEP came out and said, we want people to get involved and to help us because there's not enough DEP personnel out there in the field that can handle some of the issues. Not that we're going to do inspections, but we can do monitoring. If there's a problem and we see it, we can call it. Those are the simple things. There's a group in Tioga County called the Water Dogs. They started this citizen monitoring it was about 1.5 years ago. And I believe they have 190 members that are water dogs in Tioga County. At last night's task force meeting, it was brought up that people in Potter County would like to start the water dog type group in the county, and the commissioners looked favorably upon that, and unfortunately they couldn't be here tonight because they were in Gailton at a commissioners meeting. But anyway, they said that they would certainly look into maybe even some funding, some grants to run it through the conservation district to start citizen monitoring if people were interested. So we will have a list, I think at the door out back. Lauren?
Yeah,
we have a
list on the table.
We have a list on the table in the back. If there's anyone in the room, you don't have to commit to anything, but if you'd have any interest at all in getting involved in that, I think if there's enough people that do have interest, we can use some of the expertise through Trout Unlimited and some of the expertise at the Conservation District to get a group organized so that we could do that. So that's where we go with the monitoring. Where's Melissa? There you go. Melissa, it's all yours. And then you could speak for a little bit and then introduce our friend Bill.
Sure.
Okay?
Hi, everybody. I'm Melissa Troutman, and I was born and raised in Coudersport. I left when I graduated from here in 1998 and to study and work and travel, and I recently came back 2 months ago and took a job reporting at the Potter Leader Enterprise. And I had never heard the words Marcellus Shale until I came back at the end of July. And I immediately started researching, then I got the job at the paper, and obviously kept on my quest for information. And I've compiled a list of websites on a sheet that's out front at the table as you're leaving the auditorium. It says, stay informed about gas drilling around you. There's a bunch of websites. There's permits and reports databases, citizen rights and best practices websites. There's a link, thanks to my friend Lori Barr, to the Treasury Department where you can read the gas leases for operations on our public lands. Emergency response phone numbers, a lot of good information. One thing I wanted to point out, if you have picked this up already, this one says stay informed at the top. I made this last week and it's already kind of out of date. I have DEP's eFax website listed. They actually have a better one now. It's brand new, and the way you get to it is if you go to DEP's website, on the left-hand side of the screen, you'll see a long menu bar, and if you click on oil and gas, it'll take you to the oil and gas page. And once you're there, you have to scroll down and click Bureau of Oil and Gas Management. Once you click and go there, in that same left-hand menu, you'll see the word new in bright red, and that's where their new databases are, and they're much easier to navigate. They list databases for all inspection reports, violation reports, all that good stuff. So no matter what you feel about the natural gas issue, what side of it you're on, I think it's really important for everybody to just stay informed. I've also started a list at that table as you're leaving for people interested in going on a hike to some of the sites on our public lands, and I've talked to Bill Bolitzkis and other people at the Allegheny Defense Project, and they are willing to, along with other citizens in our county and McKean County that are already walking the public lands and monitoring and documenting. If anybody's interested in going on one of these hikes and learning about the process, getting up close and personal, and maybe learning how you can monitor yourself, please sign up on that list in the back. Bill Bolitzkis is a member of the Allegheny Defense Project. He lives in Kane, which his home borders the Allegheny National Forest. He sent me an email today from the Pittsburgh Post-Gazette, an article that is titled, "Pittsburgh Moves Ahead with Controversial Gas Drilling Ban." This just came out today. Pittsburgh City Council gave preliminary approval Tuesday on a ban on natural gas drilling in the city, with members saying they're ready to defend it in a possible legal fight with Marcellus shale producers. Citing concerns about drilling explosions and pollution, council voted unanimously 8-0 for a controversial bill that was introduced in August. Supporters predicted that council's actions may encourage other communities to do the same. And without further ado, I'll introduce Bill. He was born in Albuquerque, New Mexico, but grew up on his family's dairy farm in southwest Pennsylvania. He holds a degree in psychology from Duquesne and a master's in education from the University of Pittsburgh. He's a Vietnam vet, served in the U.S. Army and military intelligence. He ran twice as an independent candidate for U.S. representative in the 5th Congressional District. He homesteads nowadays with his wife Mary and lives in a passive solar house they constructed on their 25-acre woodlot in Kane, adjacent to the Allegheny National Forest. He's been hiking, camping, and recreating on the Allegheny for over 35 years, and he's been an active ADP member since 1996. For anybody that doesn't know, ADP is a nonprofit organization that's dedicated to protecting the national heritage of the National Forest through monitoring, research, education, and participation in public decision-making and litigation. It was formed in 1994 by a group of Pitt Bradford students, actually, and it's the only grassroots organization focused on restoring the Allegheny. So, without further ado, I'll turn it over to Bill.
Thanks for coming tonight. I broke it already. There we go. Can everybody hear me? We've been monitoring oil and gas development on the Allegheny National Forest.